Hey everyone, welcome to the Dram Amateur Podcast, your go-to show for everything bourbon, whiskey, rum, tequila, mezcal, and beyond. I'm your host, Jason. Join me as I journey and explore the world of alcoholic spirits. Let's get started. All right, welcome back to the Dram Amateur Podcast, the show where we explore the stories, spirits, and sips that make the world of whiskey, bourbon, rum, tequila, and mezcal so exciting. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm thrilled to have you here for another pour of a great conversation. Before we dive in, don't forget to connect with me on Instagram, X, and Threads at Dram_amateur and Facebook under the Dram Amateur Podcast to stay in the loop with exclusive content and updates. Whether you're a seasoned enthusiast or just starting your journey into the world of fine spirits, this is your spot to sip, learn, and share. So pour yourself something good, get comfortable, and let's kick off another unforgettable episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. And with that, let's kick off part 2 of my community spotlight interview with 2_cigar. He was a great guest. Glad to have him on. We talked about a lot of things, and it was the perfect episode to highlight who he is. If you haven't been following him, definitely follow him on Instagram and get to know him a little bit more. But let's jump into part 2 and get to know a little bit more about 2_cigar. All right, you ready to move into personal and philosophical topics?
Let's move on into it.
All right. So what was the first pour of any alcoholic spirit you had that made you think, oh, this is something special?
So are we talking about other than like stealing your grandpa's moonshine from the cabinet?
Whatever it is, whatever you took a sip of and went, oh, I didn't expect this. What was that?
I'd have to say the most memorable pour I've ever had would definitely be either... Oh, man. I would have to say on the less whiskey, more spirit side, Starlight Blackberry.
Oh, I've seen that. Is it good?
It is great.
Is it?
It's one of the best flavored whiskeys out there, in my opinion. It beats Crown Blackberry out of the water. I'm not trying to doo-doo on Crown.
No, Crown sucks. I'll doo-doo on Crown for you. Crown sucks.
I recently picked up their peach, too, and that is blessed by the bourbon god, smacked
the Starlight
Crown.
One?
Oh, definitely.
Is it really? Okay.
And I'd have to say, like, out of the whiskey, like, true whiskey bourbons, I would have to say it's not even going to be a bourbon. It is going to be Somme Valley by Kraus Distillery.
Never even heard of that. What is that?
Small distillery in Austria that I recently got the opportunity to try.
No shit, really?
It offered such great flavor that I poured it, and I'm like, I went on OHLQ because I live right across the river from Ohio. I checked Total Wine. I checked Party Source, Liquor Barn. I checked every distillery, or not distillery, but liquor store that had a website near me, praying that someone would carry it. No one does.
Oh man, did you try like some of the international sites like Must Have Malts and some of that stuff to see if they might have it?
I didn't know international sites like that existed.
Yeah, there are some international sites that will ship to the U.S. Sometimes some of them have got ridiculous on shipping costs, but some of them are still very economical. There's some UK sites. I'll have to go look at my list and recheck some of the sites, but like I've ordered from Must Have Malts a couple times when it was reasonable to ship to the U.S. Right now, it's not reasonable, but sometimes, like once or twice a year, they'll actually run free shipping specials to the U.S. So, dude, you can get yourself some ridiculous bottles that you can't get in the U.S. from Europe and have them shipped to you. So, you might want to start checking. Like I said, I'll look at my links and see which ones are there that are still good, and I'll send some of them over to you to see if you can find it.
Definitely, I'd appreciate that, because another one that I was debating on either Somme Valley, the other one is Beverbach. That's a small distillery in Germany.
Okay.
They've been producing whiskey since the 1700s.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. That's cool.
And between those two, I'm like, what the hell are they doing in that little region? Just creating some of the best whiskey and hoarding it?
Yeah. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, and I completely forgot about it. I actually have a sample pack that I bought at a Christmas market in Germany in 2023 of a German distillery that I haven't even cracked the bottles on. Like I literally have to go find it. I don't even know where it is. And there's like 5 or 6 bottles in there, and I bought it because it's something I just throw in my suitcase. I didn't want to buy a whole bottle and have to lug it home. I don't want to risk it exploding either. Sometimes I've seen that happen before. So
or the good old TSA taking it from you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that stuff. But yeah, I'll have to go back. I don't remember what distillery it is, but that's cool that you mentioned the German ones. Czech wise too. So when I was in Czech, I didn't do it this time because we didn't have the opportunity. But when I was in Prague. There are Czech distilleries that make some freaking killer scotch. So like Hammerhead's one, and there was another one too that we don't have. Hammerhead's in the U.S. There's another one though that I had that I haven't seen here in the U.S. before. Man, they're freaking delicious, man. It's amazing.
Definitely. That whole is that still considered like the Balkans region of the world?
I don't know. I probably flunked at social studies or whatever. It's Germany and Prague. Germany's here, Prague is here, or Czech Republic's here, and then Austria's down here. So it's that they're in the same, all in the same region.
When I was in Poland, I smuggled back a few bottles of Polish brandy.
Oh, what's the name of it? It's Shit. Oh, we just talked about it 2 weeks ago. It's a plum brandy. Is it a plum brandy, or do you have another one?
I brought back like 6 bottles. One's plum, lemon, cherry, grape.
Okay. The plum brandy is
it's by like SJWOJZ with a weird mark over it.
No, it's some unique shit. One of the people that live in my neighborhood, I was having drinks over a friend's house, and they brought over some of their homemade like family stuff that they actually brought back with them. And we were talking about it again this week when I was in Czech Republic, because it's a big deal in the eastern half of the country and then into Poland, that they'll make this plum brandy, and I can't remember the damn name of it is. I'll have to find it. But man, it's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'd say it was. It's unique. I'll put it that way. It's not bad. It's not good. Like, it's not like holy shit, this is amazing. But it is definitely something that I appreciated. Definitely something I would sip on. I found out too, the one I had was clear. They actually have barrel aged ones too that I never had before, so that was pretty freaking cool too. I was like, oh shit, tell me more about that. Like, what barrels are you guys using, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty neat, man.
When I was bringing that stuff back from Poland, I had like a 18-hour layover in France.
Oh wow!
So I did my sightseeing in France, all 3 hours of it before I got tired of them. So then I went back to the airport after I saw the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, all that fun stuff. And I cracked open my bag, and I started sipping this Polish brandy.
Nice.
Well, next thing I know, I have this English dude coming over, and he's like, hey, what are you drinking? So it's a 750-ish milliliter bottle. So I pour him a little bit. So now he's drinking it with me. Another dude comes over, forget what nation he was from. Next thing I know, like 15 minutes later, bottle's damn near empty. There's 30 of us in a circle just drinking this. Right before my flight comes to board, French TSA, Homeland, whatever they are, comes over, does a little tap on my shoulder, and I'm like, we're getting shut down. Pulls out a little white Solo cup. And he's like pointing at it like he wants some.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And I'm like, I'm not getting shut down. Awesome.
Share. Yeah. If this is going to keep you from getting shut down, keep sharing. No, it's cool.
Apparently, one dude spoke French. He's like, he's off the clock and he's doing this before he goes home.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, okay, here you go.
That's cool. But that's what that shit's meant to be. It's meant to bring everybody together, right? And you're meant to build relationships and bond about all that. It's like cigar life, right? Like in a cigar lounge, right? You're meant to sit there and have conversations with people and just chill out and hang out, you know? Like you said, like just the world goes away, right?
Definitely. That's one thing that I wish we would bring over from Europe is the drinking culture. Mm-hmm. Like over here, you have 4 or 5 glasses of bourbon and you go to walk home, you're catching a public intoxication charge.
Yep.
Over there, the cops might walk you home.
Yeah. As long as you're not being disorderly, there's nothing wrong with it.
Definitely.
Well, cool. Yeah, I my experience in Czech recently, I went to a pretty cool bar, and pretty life-changing bar, to be honest with you. Like, I have a new standard for bars now in my brain, and and you're right. Like, I mean, even as busy as that was, like, if you went to the same kind of bar in the U.S., the culture, shots, people acting like idiots, like, you know, everybody was there just walking up and talking with everybody. I talked to 7 strangers that night that I don't even remember their fucking names, to be honest with you. 2 girls came over and like, what do you do? We hear you talking about this. I'm like, oh God, here we go. I'm like, I got to talk to you people, but talk to them. Some other guy got up from this bar spot and came over and talked to us and was like asking us questions and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool, man. Just definitely different culture, and different people. The way you interact with people over there, much different than it is here in the U.S. for sure.
Definitely. Drinking culture, especially across the seas, is by far my favorite. I taught English in Spain for a good while.
Oh, cool.
And I started off at this one little pub in northern Madrid. Mm-hmm. And I was just there getting a few drinks, pre-gaming before I went to my favorite club called Joya El Salva, which is right there on the main street through Madrid. Next thing I know, there's 3 other people with me going to the same club. By the time we hit the club, we were the United Nations. 2 Americans, 2 Irish teachers, 1 British, 2 Frenchmen, and a partridge in a pear tree.
That's cool, man. Yeah, no, they're much more open. I mean, even when I went to the bar, they had this. The bar was there, and then all the bottles behind it. There was like, oh God, there was like this, like, it must have been a 1.5 foot like tall. all these bills, like dollar bills or money, are like all draped over it, so like you couldn't even see all the bottles. So I was sitting there and I like was like looking and trying to look. I didn't have my glasses on, so I'm blind as a bat. So I'm trying to look and I'm like, is that Wild Turkey 101? And he turns around and is like, yeah. I'm like, Wild Turkey 101 in Europe? I'm like, yeah, bring it, man. I'm like, I don't know what the hell else is back there. I'm like, I see Wild Turkey, we're good. And he's like, neat. I'm like, please. I'm like, I appreciate that. So nice to have a little piece of the U.S. in a bar in the middle of Prague. That was pretty cool.
Wild Turkey and Twinkies, the only 2 things that can survive the apocalypse.
I'm down. Cockroaches maybe too. Maybe cockroaches.
Twinkies and Wild Turkey are going to outlive the cockroaches.
I like it. All right, let's see if we can get you another question here. All right. It's a pretty interesting one. So you're given a one-time opportunity to blend your own signature spirit. So whiskey, bourbon, rum, whatever you want, rye, whatever you want to do, right? What's the story behind it, and what are you naming it?
Ooh. So, you know what ryes are at this point. Bourbon, X-ryes. Yep. One thing that I would love to see, that I might have to create on my own, is a bourbon rum mix.
Ooh.
They're 2 completely different spirits. I would love to see how it goes. And I would love for it to be specifically a Panama rum, because I don't want to go with the Jamaican rum with the funky flavors, with like Appleton Estate. I have that, and I'm like, it tastes good. It doesn't taste good with the bourbon.
Yeah, it's very unique.
So I would definitely want to go more for like a more savory, more oakier rum. And I would want it to be with a mostly corn bourbon.
Okay.
To get that sweeter note with maybe some wheat. This might be the only time I might say, give me a wheated bourbon.
Yep.
But more with a wheated bourbon to see how well those 2 go. It might be a complete bust.
Don't know till you try. I mean, I'm game
But
with
if
it.
this is my dream blend, just to give it a shot because no one else is doing it.
Yep.
A burr rum.
Burr rum, I like that. Ooh.
Burr rum, that's what it would be called.
Or a rumbin. No, rumbin doesn't work. We're going to go burr rum. I like that
burr rum
better. I like that better. Isn't Panama rum, isn't Ranazalco Panama?
I believe so. The one that I've been drinking more lately, though, is Grandier,
Oh, yeah. I got a bottle of Grandier. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Grandier and El Dorado are both Panama.
Okay, I did not know that. See, Dram Amateur. You learn something new every day.
So those are the two that I've been sipping on the most lately, and I'm like, I would love to see how a barrel-aged rum meets a bourbon, because we have bourbon cask rums, and we have rum cask bourbons. Why haven't we mixed the two yet?
No, that's pretty cool. No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm trying to see if Renault Zalco is Panama. I thought it was. Shouldn't probably be doing this as part of the podcast, but hey, it's my podcast. We do whatever the hell we want, I guess, right? It's our party tonight. Yeah, it says Central America. It keeps saying Central America, so maybe it's a blend from a couple different countries. But no, it's cool. I don't think I knew that El Dorado was from. I don't know if I knew El Dorado was from Panama, to be honest with you.
Let me just triple fact check myself here.
Gotta just make sure we're right.
I am kind of right and kind of not. It says blended from Guyana and Panama.
Okay, so that one's a blend, but they're from Panama, so it might just be that might just be a blend that they have.
It could be. If I am wrong, someone will definitely correct me.
Doesn't matter. We're all human. We have the right to be wrong at times. So, fun fact, while you said it, second favorite region for me first would be Jamaica. Big Jamaican guy. Second favorite region for me, Guyana. I have had some amazing Guyanan rums. I like knock your socks off, like darkest of dark, like rich, like flavor. Oh, ridiculous. So like fun fact, that's one of my favorite. That's my second favorite region. So
definitely, I love Jamaican rums. I love Appleton Estate. I think it's called Jamaican Navy.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
I might be butchering the name. Navy Island.
Okay.
It's a naval-proof rum, so it's like hairs on your chest, but it is so good.
No, that's awesome.
The one I have is like 123 proof, which is high for a rum, but it tastes so good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have some of the when I send you samples, I have some of the Appleton Estate Heart Collection bottles, which are the ones with the age statement on them. That's the single marks that they pull. Man, they're pretty nuts. I mean, they are out of this world good, to be honest with you.
Appleton Estate is by far killing the rum game.
Yep.
I know a lot of bourbon drinkers that's been their first rum, and they're like, I'm sold.
Yep.
You just gotta look past that funkier taste if you are from the rum side or bourbon side.
Yep. I haven't had any of their. I started. So my fun story about Appleton is I started with the top tier. I started with an Appleton 21. My friend, it was funny because when I was getting into rums, I remember my friend telling me like, "Hey, if you see an Appleton Estate 21, buy it. Like you're not going to be disappointed. Just find it." And sure enough, I stumbled on one in North Georgia, it's the only one I've ever freaking seen in North Georgia. I stumbled on it, bought it, put the money down for it. I didn't care at the time. I was like, let's do it. And honest to God, like it is the bottle I bring everywhere with me for holiday events, like my family, because my in-laws like absolutely love it. Like they just go to it and pour it. And every single time I have a half a bottle left, and I do have a backup because I got the chance to buy one of the older versions of it, one of the old bottlings of it, and I was like, I'm not going to pass it up. So it's going to be one of the ones I always keep on my shelves. But that's where I started on the Appleton lineup. So I haven't tried any of the early, like the younger stuff, like I hate to say younger, 10-year, 12-year, 8-year. I heard it's fantastic as well. And then I have like the higher end like Hearts collections. But I'm going to tell you, I think we were talking about this before we started the podcast. I'm a little disappointed, and sorry, Appleton, you're gonna hear it from me because I'm a consumer and I've bought a ton of your shit, so I'm allowed to have a fucking opinion on this. Their Hearts collection has been something that every single year for the last 3 years I have sought out and gone to Florida on my trips there for work and purposely driven down so I can buy that and come back up. So I have had the last 3 years releases of the Hearts collection. I will buy each one. I think there's 3 or 4 that are released. I will save my money. I will buy those and bring them back. This year, I'm specifically not buying it because the entry price for the bottle is $500, and I absolutely refuse to do it. It's almost double the price of the most expensive bottle I've bought from them before, and I absolutely refuse to do it. I don't know why they think that they can do this right now. I don't know what the situation is behind it, but a little shame on you, Appleton, for screwing your consumers over like this. Not everybody has $500 to be dropping on a bottle of rum.
That's basically my mortgage. Like, my mortgage is $800 without insurance.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, you're wanting to charge my mortgage for
a bottle. A consumable.
Yeah. No, that's almost like a car payment.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, and I'll say too. So I have a local shop, and well, not local. It's about an hour from me. That every single time I do go and purchase something, I don't go to my local stores here. I will go to him because he has a diverse collection of bourbon, rum, tequila, mezcal, everything, and he's been the guy who's been really supportive of me getting some great bottles. And he pinged me, and he posted it, and he pinged me, and he says, "Hey, do you have any interest? I actually have the chance to bring this into the shop this year if I get enough interest." And I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "You're going to save me a trip to Florida. I don't have to go buy it." I'm like, "What's the price?" And he said, $500. I said, "Nope, I'm done. I'm out. Deuces." And I told him, I said, that's really disappointing because I have every single release from the last 2 or 3 years. And I said, I am not buying it for $500. That it's not, even the bottles I have that are amazing, they're not $500 good. And I'm not doing it.
There are very few bottles that I want to pay more than $100 for.
No, it's fair. No, it's true.
Money is too hard to come by, especially around this time of year with tax season.
Yeah, true that.
Like, I'm waiting for that bill, but like, I look at some of these bottles, and I'm like, is it really worth that? What's Stag going for nowadays?
Oh,
$180?
Yeah.
I look at that $180 and I say, that's a hotel stay for my wife and I somewhere for like 2 or 3 nights.
It's an experience. Yeah.
And I'm like, I just can't do it. That's what I run everything through. Because life is too short to drink bad bourbon, but life is too short to drop $500 on a bottle that's going to last you, what's a 750 milliliter, 21 shots?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I just can't do that. That just doesn't do it for me.
Completely fair. Yeah, completely fair. And everybody has their different parts of life and where they're at and what they're doing and what their focuses are. So, no, that's completely fair. And that's why to be honest with you, it's why I haven't bought anything in the last 90 days. Actually, it might be 120 days. But it's just because I'm in a space right now where, like, I just don't want to. I have enough already. Like, I don't want to go buy anything else. And I have other things I want to do with my money right now. So I'm like, I'm not going to go do it. So, no, it's fair.
Definitely. And you said that you're a father of 3 and a husband? And I'm sure you look at some of these bottles and say, man, that could be X amount of their tuition when they hit college.
True that.
Or maybe they're already in college. I don't know.
Yeah, soon though. Two and a half years for 2 of them, and then my last one's still got 4.5 years left. So pretty close though. We're all pretty close.
Oh, you got twins then?
No, I'm blended. I got a blended family. So my 2 boys are from my wife, and then my daughter is obviously mine. So, but my 2 oldest are 4 months apart. So, but the fun fact is, you saw them and met them, you'd never know that they were not blood brother and sister. They're all like this, which is really, really cool. So,
definitely, like me alone, I look at some of these bottle prices and I go, man, if my car breaks, that's like a new transmission.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah, trust me, I went to the car dealership Friday. Yesterday for my wife, and they're like, "Oh yeah, your struts and bump stops are all damaged." And I looked at it, and I'm like, "Oh shit, they are." I'm like, "How much?" She's like, $1,000. I'm like, "Oh Jesus." I'm like, "Okay, we'll figure this out." I'm like, "I'll see you in a few weeks. Let me figure it out." So, yeah.
My wife and I went to St. Louis back last October. And we got bad gas in Springfield, which is about the halfway point.
Oh, shit.
So I looked at my wife and I said, I'm not driving back through Illinois and Indiana to, go home and not have our trip.
Yeah.
So we went through the whole trip. We still haven't gotten that car fixed.
That's crazy. Yeah, that bad. I've never had that happen. I mean, knock on wood, it doesn't.
oh yeah, we got bad gas, or maybe for all I know, our catalytic converters are gone. I'm not a car guy.
Yeah.
We went into the gas station to use the restroom, get snacks, then to finish the last leg of our journey. We came out of the gas station. We started our V6, and it sounds like a V12 now.
Oh my gosh.
Nice little rumble with it. And I'm like, you're a Toyota. You're supposed to last forever.
Yeah. Yeah, you got bad gas because Toyotas just don't do that, you know?
No, I'm like, it's either something's missing or something got put in you that shouldn't have been put in you.
Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all.
But it happens. That's what it comes down to, is the experience was still fun for us. We still got to go see Mark Twain's birth or boyhood home and do his stuff.
Yeah.
And St. Louis has a lot of great bourbon bars and cigar lounges.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. One of my friends grew up in St. Louis, so he always talks very highly of it. So, heard it's a really cool place.
Definitely. Don't let the news lie to you about, oh, it's dangerous. No, we loved it there.
Everywhere is dangerous, dude. Your backyard's dangerous. My backyard could be dangerous. Everywhere's dangerous. Let's be honest. Like, come on, man. It just happens. It happens.
Gotta love it. Like, when we told all of our friends and family we were going there, they're like, no, that's all a lie. St. Louis is the best place to vacation at.
That's cool. No, it's cool. That's cool. No, I heard Missouri is really cool, so I'll have to check it out one of these times.
Recommend it. If you go, check out Hill Cigar Company.
Okay.
It's a little cigar lounge on the Hill. It's the Italian neighborhood of St. Louis. The friendliest people there. The best selection in all of St. Louis, in my opinion. And there's a nice little Italian joint down the road called Mama's on the Hill.
Oh, now we're
Some
talking.
of the best, like, fried ravioli you'll ever have.
Oh, now we're talking. Now, see, you're going to talk to me about, like, cigars and liquor and food. Like, sign me up. Like, taking me there, I will go. No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, some of the best food we had was in St. Louis, and we've been, like, all over the U.S.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's really
Definitely.
cool. That's really cool. Yeah, my wife and I need to get out. We because we have kids, like, we do weekend trips most often, and most of the time we're just like Chattanooga, because it's like second home to us, and it's comfortable for us. And like you said, like a lot of good food, a lot of good places to get pours at as well. Diverse food, like tons of different foods. Haven't found a good cigar place yet. That's one of the things I got to start to look at, but definitely would like to take more trips like to St. Louis or something else kind of in the general region that's not too far, but still gives you a different flavor and experience, you know?
I think St. Louis for us was, I'm definitely probably a lot closer than you are, but it was like 8 hours for us one way.
Okay.
So we left work on a Friday. We got off at like 6 o'clock. We hit St. Louis or Springfield by 10 o'clock. We stayed the night at a hotel in Springfield. Finished the last leg of our journey. There's just so much fun things to do in this area. So sorry if you heard that.
No, you're all good. I didn't hear anything, actually. No, it's cool.
But there's just so much to do in this nice little Eastern Hemisphere, especially on the bourbon, whiskey, and cigar lounge side of things.
Yeah, I need to get up to Louisville and at least up to Kentucky. Like, I mean, we have access. Jack Daniels is 2.5, 3 hours from me, so I've gone to Jack 3 or 4 times. Chattanooga's an hour from me, so we're going to Chattanooga whiskey a few times as well. I always pass by Dickel. I haven't stopped at Dickel yet, but I want to go one day. Like, I mean, I know Dickel's got this, it's Dickel, but I still want to go. Like, it's in the area, might as well go. But I really want to go to Kentucky. I keep telling the wife, I'm like, I got to go we got to take a trip up there. Me and the guys were just talking about it recently too. Like, we're like, can we take like a 5-day trip or a 6-day trip and go check it out and just do something every day and go have, eat good places, check out like unique restaurants, unique distilleries, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll have to figure out. I'm like, I told them too, I said, like, let's make a plan, because then let me work and talk to my network of people that I have now through Instagram and just, hey, like, where should we go? Where do you guys recommend? Like, what should we go check out? What distilleries do we need to see that are not the same? Because, I mean, you're going to go 2 days, you're going to go to all the big ones, and then you're going to be stuck for another 3 or 4 days wondering, where do we go next, right? So, like, where do we experience different things? So, yeah, just haven't had it's 6 hours for me to Louisville. So just haven't had the time to really kind of drive or just take the time to go, to be honest with you. Life just gets crazy sometimes.
Well, if you head up to Louisville, let me know.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour drive from me. We'll meet up for a pour, and I will give you a nice little tour.
Hell yeah, man.
And just so the locals don't, key your car, it's Louisville.
Okay, all right, yeah. Louisville, that's right. Okay.
Because they will fight you over that.
I am a damn Yankee, so and now I got this southern northern twang thing, so I'll screw something up, I'm sure. So
definitely, I don't care as much as some Kentuckians do,
but they're passionate about it. What you're telling me?
Oh, when I first moved up here, I used to call it Louisville.
Yeah,
and the way that I would get corrected, it wasn't like a nice. Oh, by the way, it's Louisville. It's Louisville. It's called Louisville. And I'm like, it's spelled Louisville.
Louisville. Yeah.
There's, out of all the ways you're pronouncing it, that's the one?
Yeah.
But yeah, they are aggressive about it up here. Unless you head to Lexington, then you can call it whatever you want and they'll agree with you.
That's funny. You know, same thing in Atlanta though too. Everybody, because they don't like the term Hotlanta anymore, they're like, that's the dumbest thing. So you say Hotlanta, people just look at you with a side eye no, it's not Hotlanta anymore. That's gone and done with. So same kind of thing where we live too. You get a little of that side eye sometimes, you know.
Oh, the citizens of Louisville are passionate about, it's Louisville.
I'll have to remember that. I'm gonna screw it up when I get up there, I'm sure.
Just make sure it's not at a restaurant.
No, that's fair.
But definitely, let me know when you head up here.
Yeah.
I would love to show you a few places around, or at least inform you of a few places that you must check out.
Yeah, that'd be cool as hell, man. No, I would certainly appreciate that. And I think it's one of those things I'm always looking for those things off the beaten path. Even when we go to Chattanooga, right? We've been, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, actually probably even more than that. But every time we go, we try it. We tell ourselves our new rule is we have one place that we will always go to for lunch because we absolutely love it. It's hands down the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. I'm you're not turning me away, and they have good pours of bourbon. But every time we go, we're okay, different place for dinner every single time, right? To try something else different in the area. And dude, I'll tell you what, you stumble upon some absolute gems, you know. So it's pretty cool to get that experience. You just got to challenge yourself because you could get really comfortable and go to the same places every time. And what fun's that? You have a whole city to go check out and experience things. And talking to people too. We'll sit down and talk to the bartenders. What's a good place to eat? What's a good place to drink? If you want to go do this, what's a good place for dessert? Whatever. So you get a lot of good feedback from people. So it's good I appreciate the offer. That when I am in Louisville, I said that wrong or did I say that right?
Close enough. Okay. They're not going to take your rims off your car.
Maybe I'll lose one leg, not 2 legs.
But definitely, that's
man.
what I love about cigar culture in general, is you can sit down at a cigar lounge with a complete and utter stranger and leave best friends.
Yep. No,
it doesn't matter race, religion, creed. It doesn't matter young, old, economic status. Cigar culture is just you, me, the cigars we're smoking, and the conversations that are going to stay in this room.
Yep.
That's what I love about it. And when we were in St. Louis, the nice folks at Hill Cigar Company, they told us places that we must eat, free things to do in the area, cheap things to do in the area, expensive things that they still recommend. And these are coming from locals that live in the area. I'm trusting their opinion.
Yeah.
And they didn't lead us wrong. The St. Louis Zoo is completely free. We didn't know that until they told us.
Shit, I didn't know that either.
Exactly.
That's cool. Very cool. Well, hey, you mentioned cigar culture and community. And next topic we're going to kind of jump into. So you tossed me a softball. I appreciate that. You helped me with a transition.
I'll send you my bill later.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Just keep it on the cheapest side if you don't mind. I have $1,000 of car repairs I got to handle here in a little bit. So let's start with a fun one. So if you could share a cigar and a pour with any historical figure, who would it be and what would you ask them?
So I love this question. It's the same answer every time.
Okay.
And I love this. I absolutely love it. I have two people.
Okay.
Number one is Charles Spurgeon.
Who is okay? Sorry, maybe I'm dumb. I should probably know who is that.
So, I'm not going to go on a religious tirade here, but he is a Presbyterian minister from the 1800s. You might have heard the quote, "I will smoke a cigar for the glory of God tonight when I go to bed, before it is like a heavenly incense."
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not going to go on a religious tirade here. I love him, though, specifically because I grew up Baptist.
Okay.
Baptists are anti-drinking, anti-smoking. And do you know the joy it gave me looking at people I went to church with when they would tell me cigars are bad for you, whiskey is bad for you, and being able to look at them and quoting the most respected pastor in the world by saying, I'll smoke a cigar if I want to, because it is, for what is sin for one is glory to another.
Yep.
You can't argue with that.
True. You can't. That's a great quote.
And the other one is Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay.
But definitely, I would love to sit down with Spurgeon, not even to talk about religion, but just to talk about life in general. He traveled the world, and I would love to know what the world looked like in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Theodore Roosevelt, because, well, Theodore Roosevelt.
He's a pretty iconic figure in U.S. history.
Definitely. But between those two, I would prefer to sit down with Theodore. I feel like those would be more interesting conversations.
Yeah, I'm sure. You have to tap into the deepest, darkest secrets of the U.S. government and see if you can get anywhere with them.
Find out if JFK's assassination was planned back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, I just watched stuff about that recently, too, and I was like, I don't know what to think.
You see,
you know what's funny? It's one of those topics I don't have an opinion on. Like, I don't know what to think because you look at the evidence and you're like, oh, and you see the videos and you're like, oh, but oh. I'll tell you what, man. I just saw they released video, or I saw video recently of like where I think the video was like the conspiracy was the driver or the passenger in the front seat turned around and shot him. And if you like watched it slowed down and frame by frame, I'm like going, oh shit, that actually looks like it. I'm like, but is it true? I'm like, and then you're trying to watch the shot timing with how they turn around and move, and it's too grainy, and it's not like you can't like pause it frame by because the frame's not the same, right? The frame rates aren't the same, so it's just like, yeah, man. It's one of the things I don't have an opinion on. I really don't. I don't know who did it or why it was done or whatever.
The History Channel I grew up on didn't have history stuff.
Yeah.
The History Channel I grew up on was like ancient aliens and other conspiracy theorists. Yeah. So I'm like, this is my history. JFK's assassination was by the CIA because he wanted to help give the monkeys nuclear weapons. Yep.
Hey. Yeah.
I'm sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. No, we're good.
You mentioned grainy footage. My wife and I, we're on a kick right now where we're watching A Haunting. It's an old ghost hunting show.
Yeah.
And we look at it, and I'm a photographer.
Okay.
I get specks of dust in my... I don't know if you're a ghost guy. Are you?
I am. So we're going to jump back to religion really quick. I grew up Catholic. And not a cradle Catholic anymore, which is you go every day and blah, 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 right? I still have my beliefs, but I also am of my age where I've opened my vision to other people have other beliefs. That doesn't mean anybody's right, all those other things. So I'm very worldly about all of that topic. But
I'm the same way.
I'm very transparent about that. But yes, I very much believe in ghosts. Always been something in my family that I've believed in. My mom and my grandfather went to go see Ed and Lorraine. Oh God, what are they? Warren. They actually they were talking at a hotel in Connecticut and doing a presentation. And my mom and my Pepe, because I'm French Canadian, so my Pepe had went and saw them. And my mom said it was one of the scariest things that she'd ever been to because they showed like unreleased footage and documentation and told stories that they've still never told to this day, from what I understand. So yes, I believe it. So sorry, long answer to get back to your answer. Yes, I believe it. So tell me, go ahead.
So I'm a photographer. I get dust specks in my. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a ghost guy.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say they don't exist. I'm just gonna say I don't believe in them.
Fair.
Kind of like aliens.
You don't believe in aliens either?
I don't believe in aliens.
Shit, I hope one doesn't knock on your back door tonight, man. You're gonna be in trouble.
Was that a probing joke there?
Yeah, no, I meant no. Your back door of your house.
But yeah, I'm not like, I don't. So like we see like those orb pictures.
Yeah.
And I literally picked up my camera, I went next to my cat, and I waited for her to do the shake off, and I just took like 3 pictures in a row, and I'm like, there's your orbs.
It's all dust from like the cat and the dander, yeah. From the
yes.
Cat, yeah. We'll I'll send you a video that I saw that might change your mind, but at least it'll give you something to look at, which I think was funny. I got turned on to a podcast. I think it's like Ghost Ladies or something like that. And I got turned on because I was watching a reel one day, and they talked about this video of this couple, or these two. I think it's a mom and 2 girls, 2 women in a hotel room in one of the haunted hotels in wherever the hell they are, and they're taking a video of the door, and then they pan over to like a cooler. Like she asked, like, "Is the cooler in the room?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's right there." And next thing you know, you see this damn fucking girl run across the video screen, and like literally you can see like the strands or like of her hair even behind her, bro. I understand you don't believe it. Even if you watch it, you're just like, yeah, I still don't believe, but still, dude, it's one of the most. I watched it and I was like, holy, like that's one of the clearest videos I've ever seen of that shit happening. It's insane.
I guess my beef with it is I live a minute and a half away from Bobby Mackey's.
Okay. Yeah.
And you always hear these outlandish stories of I sat on this bar stool and I got pushed off. And the first question I always ask, how much did you have to drink? Fair
question.
I guess that's where my thing is. It's not that I don't believe. I'm not going to sit here and say they don't exist.
Yep.
I haven't seen one.
Yeah. No, I haven't either. I don't know if I want. That's the other thing too. I don't know if I want to. Yeah.
What type of ghost are we talking? Are we talking like Valak the Nun?
Nah. I mean, I'd be cool if my grandfather popped in, right? But even then, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing here, bro? Like, love you, but bye." Like, I think I'd be pretty freaked out about something like hovering over me, or if I like laying in bed and just like on my side and I pop open an eye and there's something standing there, like. I'd be scared shitless, and even if I knew the person. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to see one in my life.
Yeah, no, that's how you get a nice little 12-gauge sized hole in a wall.
Yeah. I'll live vicariously through other people's experiences. We'll put it that way.
And happily, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I want to see a ghost. I mean, maybe with enough whiskey, I might.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of things with enough whiskey. For sure.
But, like, I'm not going to say I don't believe them, but, like with you with JFK, I just don't know what to believe.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fair. But that's the fun part of life. It's the great unknowns, right? I mean, think about it, too. Like, a lot of people can be like, hey, yeah, we are this little speck of a planet in this gigantic world of, like, a billion specks of a planet, and you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, that's got real heavy and trippy right now. But those are the things, like, they keep you thinking, you know?
One of my favorite memes that I saw was aliens exist, but they just avoid Earth like it's the hood.
That's funny, but that's truthful. We all just fight and piss and moan and yell at each other.
It was even like a little gif of like aliens driving by Earth and like the mom alien saying, "Roll up your windows and don't look at them."
That's funny. That's hysterical. Fitting.
And I'm like,
fitting.
And it's like, yeah, if I was the aliens, I would do that too.
Yeah, agreed.
That's why you don't. Yeah, I get it.
Very much agreed. All right, so next question. So social media has changed how people experience cigars. What's one thing that's improved and one thing it's taken away?
Ooh. One thing it's improved is, in my opinion, Gen Z getting into cigars and whiskey.
Okay.
When I was growing up, and I mean growing up, the big thing was vapes.
Yep.
You had Juuls. I'm pretty sure at least 3 of my buddies got suspended from school for having Juuls. Mm-hmm. And now I see a lot more of Gen Z getting into cigar culture. 3 of my buddies that I've never met before, I met at a cigar lounge. And I love seeing the younger generation getting into cigars because of social media. Mm-hmm. They see all these different people smoking cigars. Arnold is very big on social media with his cigars because we didn't grow up with him watching The Terminator with a stogie out of his mouth.
Right.
We see him on Instagram with a stogie in his mouth.
Yep.
And I would definitely say the same thing with bourbon.
Okay.
Bourbon has turned more into a every person thing because when I was growing up, bourbon was supposed to be for like the upper class. Mm-hmm. And now it's clearly because of social media. You see, now there's budget options for me and everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really cool. What do you think one thing's taken it away from it?
Taken away is definitely the culture, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not so much like the culture, like getting together, but the tolerance, if you will. Mm-hmm. It used to be it didn't matter what you smoked or what you drank. You just smoke cigars and drink bourbon.
Yeah, okay.
But now you have the snobs, the taters, this is what you have to smoke, how you have to smoke it. This is what you have to drink, how you have to drink it. You're not drinking this, then you're trash.
Yeah.
You see that all over Reddit.
Yep. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
And most of them stink.
Yeah. No, that's true. No, it's a good thought. And I think I think you can. It's almost. I want to say FOMO, right? Because it's not your fear of missing out, but you're really. I think that's the thing. Sorry, I'm stumbling on this because I'm trying to. I have like 10 thoughts in my head, and I'm trying to put them all together into one. But I agree with you, right? Like if you come over my house and you take a pour of something and you want it with a ball of ice, and it's not something I wouldn't drink normally on ice, I'm not gonna poo-poo on you for it, right? That's you do you. You're not hurting me. You're not impacting me. You're not doing anything. And that's the way you want to drink your shit. So that my good friends though, like I know really well, I might poke at them a little bit, be like, "You pansy, what the hell are you putting that thing on ice for?" But honestly, like even tequila, like in the summertime, like I'll just grab a big ball of ice and drink Blanco tequila on ice, man. I mean, it's the way to go, you know. And it's the time of day sometimes, you know. So no, that's fair. That's really fair. That's actually a good takeaway, to be honest with you.
Definitely. There's one influencer that I really like. I think it's Chris from Whiskey Noobs, if you're familiar with him.
No, I'm not.
I know him from TikTok. He might be on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's on Instagram. And what made me start liking him is he did a video of someone in his comment section on TikTok said, "What are you going to do if someone comes over and asks for Blanton's in a old fashioned?" And he made a video of him making Blanton's in an old fashioned and giving it to his friend.
Yep.
He said, "If I give you full access to my whiskey collection, drink it how you want and whatever you want, because I invited you into my hobby."
Yep. Agreed. Yeah, that's fair. And it's the same thing I tell everybody. I'm like, I'll have people come over. And my little area is tucked away in my closet because I don't have a big house. So like my shelves are in there, and I've got floor whiskey and floor bourbon and floor rum. I have floor alcohol. We'll just put it that way. And I'll look at everybody.
It's for when you pass out, so you can wake up some hair of the dog.
Yeah, exactly. I tell them, I'm like, listen, if it's here, we'll open it. We'll drink it. Like, I don't care if it's not open, because I'll have people be like, "Oh, well, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, I haven't opened this one yet. It's blah, blah, blah." "Oh, no. I'm like, no. Like, if it is literally here, then we can open it and drink it. There's nothing in here that's special enough that I'm like saving it for a rainy day. So I'm like, go for it, you know? So, yeah, no, that's really good. No, I appreciate that answer too. Something I think that would, that us influencers need to stop poo-pooing on everybody, to be honest with you. When the ones that do. Not everybody does. There's not everybody that does, but there are some that definitely do. So,
I don't disagree with you on everything in here is good to go. I have one bottle that is staying sealed until my wife and I's 5th anniversary.
Okay, I have one bottle that's staying sealed too. What's your one bottle?
Basic bottle, basic as basic gets.
Okay.
For my birthday last year, my wife and I went to Jim Beam.
Okay.
And I got to etch my own bottle of Knob Creek 9-year.
Oh, cool shit. Yeah,
it is
awesome.
An available bottle everywhere.
Yeah.
You can go to a Kroger and pick up 9-year.
Not an etched one, though.
Not an etched one that has our thumbprints on the wax.
Oh, that's cool as shit, man.
That is staying sealed until our 5th anniversary.
Oh, it's cool as hell. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. No, congrats, man. I would do that, too. I have one that stays sealed, too. I have the ASW Fiddler Chin Music for the Braves, and it's not getting open until they win the next World Series. So that one's not getting open.
I hope your grandchildren get to open that one.
At the rate it's going right now, it looks like that might be the case, to be honest.
Might be great-grandchildren.
It might be great-grandchildren.
You know what? How about we just drop that in your casket?
That's fair too. No, I got when they won the World Series and they did that release. They did they did a large release, but they did an initial release of like the first 500 bottles or something like that. So I think I have bottle 82 of 500, which is cool. And I looked at it and I'm like, I'm literally not opening this until I have some reason to open it, right? I'm like, and the next reason would be to win the World Series again, right? Something that doesn't happen very often. I haven't had a sports team that's won. Well, the Braves won a championship in 21, so I have had one sports team win something recently. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna wait until they open it again, or until they win again, then I'll open it then. So.
And you guys have a better streak than the Bears. I'll give you that.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the Bears like 120 years before they won one?
Something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it was a long time.
You never know. You might get to open it.
Yep.
I'm a Marlins fan. We won't get to open ours.
Jeez, yeah, but you guys have won World Series, so you're good. At least you guys have some. I don't know if you're going to win any soon, but you've won some in the past at least.
Yeah, Marlins. I almost switched camp from the Dolphins to Tampa back when Brady played for them.
Yeah. I
regret not jumping on that bandwagon.
Dolphins will be back, man. Dolphins will be back. They've got a good team. I believe in, what's the guy's name? Mark or Mike McCarthy. I believe in him. No, it's not Mike McCarthy, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm a Dolphins fan by state only.
Okay. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It's either them or the Bengals, and no.
Not a Joe Burrow guy, huh?
I'm not a Bengals guy.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I'm completely not in love with either team, so whatever one works for you works for me.
My logic is I don't have to deal with Dolphins tailgaters when I'm trying to get across the river.
Yeah. I
have to deal with the Cincinnati tailgaters, and I'm so sorry to any Ohioans listening for what I said in my car.
Get the hell out of the way.
You're censoring that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little polite, so. Yeah. So it's funny. I'm reading questions here, and we have one that has a little bit of a relevant topic to what we were just talking about. So if an alien landed and asked you to explain cigars in 3 words, what would they be? So what 3 words would you use to explain to an alien about cigars? I swear to God, it's on my freaking screen. I'll share my screen right now. I swear to God, it's there.
I'm trusting you.
I was like, I was reading through the questions, like, oh shit, an alien question. I'm like, this is the next one that's getting dropped.
You had your wife in the next room type that up on a Google Doc and share it.
No, it's right here. I swear to God.
Taste good smoke.
Okay. I like that.
Let them figure it out from there.
I like that. Okay. I like that one.
I'm not going to sit there and try and explain flavor notes in 3 words. It's going to be taste good, smoke.
Oh, I see what you did with that. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that works.
Taste good, comma, smoke.
Don't inhale. That would be the next 2 words.
Don't inhale, yes. Or
that could go really bad for you really quick.
That's how they knock on the back door.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we have got. I did not get to go through all 20 questions, which I knew I didn't, because these podcasts ends up being more conversational and fun, which is what I want them to be. Right. I don't want to go just be a question whore through the whole thing, but we are going to go rapid fire. So I do have 10 rapid fire questions. I'm gonna fire them off at you. Give me an answer. Tell me a little bit about your answer, and then we're gonna jump into the next one. I'm gonna try not to comment, even though I might, but we're gonna see how it goes. All right. So here we go. Ready? Number 1, neat on the rocks or in a cocktail?
However you like it, I like it neat.
Good answer. If cigars had a theme song, what would yours be?
Oh. The Spins by Mac Miller.
You know what's funny? Mac Miller passed away like a couple years, like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right?
About.
Okay.
May he rest in peace.
I have never heard a Mac Miller song in my life. I need to change
Oh,
that,
yes, you have. If you follow any of my posts, he is regularly
Is
in my...
he? Okay, all right.
Regularly.
Okay, all right. I need to do a solid. I will get that done. I promise you. I'll report back.
I'm sending you an album. I expect a full report.
Fair. No, fair. I appreciate that, because I love music. See, this is what happens when we do fast, rapid fire questions. We go into 1,000 other things. But music for me has always been a big. I have a very eclectic music taste. The only thing I do not like is modern country. Anything outside of modern country, I will listen to. I mean, I'm talking everything from Sinatra to Metallica to dubstep to metal to my daughter listens to Leve, like, and she's got a dynamic taste too. So it's just. So yes, so share the album with me, because I will listen to it. I will give you feedback on it, and I would love to know more, because I have not listened to a Mac Miller song, so that's awesome.
Do you like 90s, 2000 rap?
Oh, God, yeah. Come on, man. I mean,
he has that vintage style to him, especially on his album, Dope Shit. What is it? Kicking Incredibly Dope Shit.
Okay.
I'm probably butchering his album. So sorry to all the other Mac fans. I promise I like him.
We've had a lot to drink tonight, everybody. Do not judge us on this episode, and don't judge us at all, because we had a lot to drink tonight. So, one bourbon. Okay, what question is this? How did I write this? All right, so you got to give me one bourbon, one rum, one whiskey. Go.
One bourbon. I am definitely going New Riff Party Source Single Barrel or Barrel Pick.
Okay. All right.
One rum. El Dorado 5-year all day, every day.
Okay. And one whiskey.
And what was the last one?
One whiskey.
Whiskey. Ooh,
and you can't
whiskey.
cheat and tell me it's the same one as the bourbon.
The whiskey, I am going Paris Irish Whiskey.
Paris Irish Whiskey. I don't think
it's Pearse.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I'll be sure to add that to the sample list.
Yeah, and my buddy's a big Irish guy too. So like in my little group of friends, I got one guy who's a big Scotch guy. My other buddy's a big whiskey guy, or Irish whiskey guy. Sorry. One of my other friends, a big Kashaka guy. We all love bourbon. We all love all that stuff. And I'm the rum guy. And now we've all kind of branched into tequila a little bit. Now I'm the one dabbling in mezcal a little bit more. So we all have our little niches that we get into. So I don't think I've heard that one before. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So
it's right now. It's my nightstand whiskey. Not like I wake up and do it.
Yeah.
But my recliner where I edit all my pictures.
Yeah.
Butts up to my nightstand.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I keep it on my nightstand when I'm editing pictures, TikToks, whatever. That way I can, have something to drink without having to go downstairs.
No, hey, good answer. Good answer. I like it. All right, would you rather smoke a cigar on a speakeasy or on a tropical beach?
Speakeasy all day, especially if it's like an authentic 1920s, like all day, every day.
Yep. Yeah, it was funny that bar I told you about in Prague had this like vibe to it.
Yes.
That like there was like this yellow. The lights were like this yellowish, reddish color, It was bright enough that you could fully see everybody and everything in the bar, but this vibe, the ceilings, this architecture, like everything about that damn place was like that. So like that would be like the place, like if I could have lit a cigar up in that place, I would have sat there and been like, yep, I'm good. Like, don't talk to me. Not don't talk to me. Let me be. I'll sit here for the next like 8 hours and I'm not even sweating it at all. So that was pretty cool.
Definitely, especially like if we get to go back in time to like,
oh, dude, that'd be
prohibition.
Badass. That'd be badass. That'd be cool.
All day, every day, speakeasy.
That'd be cool as shit. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, you can only eat one food while sipping bourbon for the rest of your life. What is it?
I mean, am I paying for it? That's the real question here.
Anything. Rules don't matter. Just
give
whatever.
me that tomahawk steak.
I like it. Nice. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. No one's going to say no about that. All right. If you had to name your next dog after a cigar or spirit brand, what's the name?
Ooh. So, funny enough, all my animals are named after foods already.
No shit, really? Okay.
Cat's Mocha Latte. My dog's name is Twinkie.
I love it. I love it.
My wife's the weird one. Her dog's name is Duke.
Okay.
He's a Chihuahua. He should have been named Taco or Enchilada. If I had to name my dog after a specific whiskey or cigar brand,
yep,
that's the question.
Yep.
I would have to name it Arturo.
Oh, that's a great one. Oh, that's a great one. I like that. I like that. I do like that. All right. Aged spirits or fresh cocktails?
Spirits all the way.
Yeah, I agree with you. Same on my side. Cigars and coffee or cigars and bourbon?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know.
I would have to say cigars and coffee because if I drink a cigar and cocktail or a whiskey, at the start of my shift, I'm getting fired.
True that. True that. All right. What's worse, a bad cigar draw or a bad pour of whiskey?
Give me that draw all day.
Really? You think so?
Oh, like if it's plugging and I can't get a draw, nothing will piss me off worse.
I had one recently. I don't remember what the hell it was I smoked the other day. But when it was the first one I've had in a long time like that, where I was like sucking in. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? I'm like, this thing's so damn tight. And then I smoked one the next day, like the immediate next day, and like it was like literally like just sucking through a gigantic straw. And I was like, oh, this is simple as hell. I'm like, I like noticed the difference like so much. So no, that's a really fair answer.
Recently, I'm not going to name the brand because I respect them and I like them. I don't want this to be on the internet for forever.
Yeah.
But I reviewed a cigar.
Yep.
So if you really want to go find it, go check out my reviews.
Yep.
But I reviewed them and I just could not get a draw to save my life. I used a Perfidraw tool. Mm-hmm. I used my key. I pulled out my pocket knife and stabbed it and still could not get a draw.
Wow. Yeah, it was tight, huh?
It was like that. I'm like,
It's not good.
It was like a semi trying to go under a tunnel tight.
Yeah, definitely not good. Definitely not good.
I kept the PG there for you.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Shit. We've said enough cuss words in this thing. We're good. I'm not worried about it. This is not a kid's show anyways. If your kids are listening to the Dram Amateur Podcast, we've fucking done something wrong somewhere. All right, last question of the night. Not last question of the night. I got one more after this one. Last question of rapid fire. If you could invent a new flavor note to describe a cigar or spirit, what would it be?
Ooh, new flavor note. Give me Dirty Basement.
Oh, okay. So that's a really good answer. Okay, you got me thinking. That's a really good answer. So I have had some scotch that you have this like earthy, and I almost say that we say the word dank. Like there's this dank, it's funny that you say basement. Wow, you just brought back a whole shit ton of memories. Hold on while I get this thing out of my head.
That is exactly it.
Yeah, dude. So like when we've had it, so is it Edgewood? I'm gonna butcher the fucking name of it, but the shit is like literally as black as this damn cup, right? My friend brought it over. Dude, and I've had rums that have this note in it as well. Like if you walk down and like I lived in Massachusetts and I had one of the old basements where you had like the you had to go down into it by the slanted like doors that you had to open up from outside and walk down into the basement. It was half concrete and half dirt. So when you walk down there is just this smell of like earth and dirt, and it's dank. It's not bad. It's just dank. And dude, like we've had like rums that have that flavor note in it. That Scotch I had that flavor note in it. So that's a fantastic one.
My great grandmother, I lived with her for a very long time in my childhood. She had that same basement.
Yeah.
And I've drank rums, whiskeys, scotches, mezcals, tequilas. And I drink it and I go, that tastes like her basement. It doesn't taste bad, but it tastes musty. It tastes dank.
Yeah.
You almost taste like the mothballs in the air.
Yeah. No, that's fair. No, that's great. That's a great answer, man. You bring back so many memories just saying that. Like, I immediately think of that pour. I immediately think of my basement growing up in Massachusetts. Like, I think of so many of those things just when you say that note. So that would be a cool, like, note to get. Now, Now, do you think you'd ever get that in a cigar, like, now? Or do you think that would have to be, like, is it the age of the? I haven't had enough cigars to give you an answer on that, so that's why I asked that. Do you get cigars with that note or no?
If you have, in my experience, someone will probably disagree with me. Mm-hmm. In my experience, dried out cigars, give that note a lot. Okay.
But you don't want your cigars to be dried out, though, right? You want them.
You don't want them to, but it happens. Whether you go to a lounge and they're just not humidifying it correctly, that buddy gives you a cigar, or if you're like me, I dry box my cigars because in Kentucky I keep my house at 60 degrees and then in the summer I'll go out and it's 110 degrees. Yeah. So I dry box them, and I'm notorious for leaving them in that dry box for longer than they should be. Gotcha. And it offers that old basement note.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's good to know. Yeah, I don't know. Had a dry cigar. I'm trying to remember when. One of my neighbors down the street had given me one. I traded him something. I don't remember what I gave him. But anyways, yeah, I may have had one. But I don't remember getting that note. So I'll have to, next time I ever if I get a dry cigar from somebody, I'll have to try that and see if I get it. So. Well, man, thanks for doing rapid fire with me. Those are always fun. I always try to come up with some creative ones that are off the wall. So, so tell me. All right. So, last question of the night before we wrap up. What's your future look like? What do you got planned? Those kind of things. Tell everybody what you got lined up.
So, lined up. Right now, I'm currently in the middle of a job change.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, right now, I'm trying my hardest to just stay afloat. Mm-hmm. However, in this next year, you can definitely keep an eye out for more TikTok and YouTube content, more longer form content on both of those platforms. Found that the same at 2_cigar or 2cigar on YouTube. Yep. We are in the process of getting a logo change.
Oh, cool. Good for you.
It's always fun trying to do that type of fun stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And we are in the process of getting a website and hopefully taking after the great Dram Amateur, a podcast in the near future.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't have a website yet. Funny that's the second time today that topic's come up from two different people now. So I think this is the universe trying to tell me I need a website. But yeah, if you ever need a podcast, I'll share something about the podcast community, and you may have heard it from others as well if you listen. It is a better community than the Instagram alcoholic spirit world community. I have felt nothing but supported from every single person that I have ever talked to in this space, whether it is a direct space of mine or it is a lateral space or it's a different space altogether. It is a community and not a competition. You'll hear that said over and over again. So, man, when you're ready to dive in feet first, dive in, have fun with it. Don't aim for perfection. Just do you and have fun with it. And then you're going to have an entire community of people behind you that support you. It's been fantastic. So, man, I'm really looking forward to that for you and happy to support you in any way, shape, and form that you might need.
Thank you so much. You are definitely part of the inspiration for it. You, the guys over at Real Smoke, they're great over there. And also the Cigar Guys podcast. They're definitely one of the guys that started it. Between you three, can't give you guys enough credit.
Man, we'll run with it, man. Happy to help in any way, shape, and form, whether it's promoting you, giving advice, jumping on, helping with content, whatever you might need, man. It's happy to support you there, but it's a great community for sure. And looking forward to hearing your podcast for sure. That'd be awesome.
Definitely. Thank you again just for the inspiration and being willing to have me on.
Yeah.
I can't express my gratitude to you enough for giving me a microphone and a bunch of people that have to listen to me.
No, man, thank you for coming on. I mean, listen, like this is a passion of mine now, right? Like I really want to give everybody the platform. You have been open, honest. We've had some great conversation, and this is the way it should be, right? Whether we're sitting here talking like we're in a bar together, speakeasy hanging out, whether we're in a cigar lounge hanging out, that's what the vibe I'm trying to get with this. And we were kind of all over the place tonight, which is fun as hell. I love it, man. So it's been great. So thank you for taking time to come on. Trusting in me to guide you through this. And then together I'll mark you as collaborator when I post content about it stuff too, because I want to help us grow together and I want to showcase you, right? Like, this is what this is about. This isn't about me. I want to give everybody a little insight into who you are. So then that way, when you do step into the podcast world and all the other things you have in your future, you have at least a podcast behind you that you can lean on to maybe help you with getting some subscribers and telling a little bit more about who you are to connect you with your audience. So that's what this is all meant to be.
Definitely, and I greatly appreciate you. And you care if I just mention one more thing?
Dude, fire away. Go for it.
There will be a giveaway happening fairly shortly. Once I hit that 1900s mark, 1900 on Instagram, we will be giving away a bottle of Blanton's.
Oh, we're going Blanton's, baby. I love it. You
got to go for that tater bottle. That's when the giveaway will be announced, and we're going to use that to spring us forward to a little bit higher up. Once we hit 2,500, that's when the bottle will be announced to be given away.
At what follower count?
1,900 is announcement. 2,500 is giveaway.
Woo! You are 5 away from announcement. You are 1895 right now. So everybody that's listening to this podcast, when you jump on and you see a collaboration post on Instagram, you better go follow this man here and go follow him and get yourself a chance to win a bottle of Blanton's. Why not, man?
Hey, perks living next to Buffalo Trace, right?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. If I see a bottle of Blanton's is $150 and I'm like, hell no, I'm not buying it.
That's exactly why I chose to give that away.
Yeah.
How many people live in areas where it's $150, $180, $200?
Yeah, everywhere.
I'm fortunate enough to get it at MSRP.
That's cool.
And it helps grow me.
Yeah,
I don't want to price gouge people on the secondary market, so it helps everyone. All you have to do is hit that follow button.
Yep, there you go. So everybody follow 2_cigar. And man, thanks for coming on the podcast. It's been great to have you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. You are a great host.
All right, man. Thank you very much. All right, well, that's a wrap for this episode of the Dram Amateur Podcast. A huge thank you to 2_cigar for joining the podcast, and to all of you for tuning in, sipping along, and being part of this amazing community. If you enjoyed the show, please take a moment to like, share, and leave a review. It helps me grow and reach more spirit lovers like you. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dram_amateur for updates, behind-the-scene content, and more. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to keep sharing this journey with you. Until next time, remember, life's too short for bad pours or bad draws, because we talked about cigars tonight, so make every damn dram count. Cheers, y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning into the Dram Amateur Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the world of spirits. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. I certainly appreciate all the feedback and support. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes as we continue our exploration of bourbon, whiskey, rum, tequila, mezcal, and beyond. Cheers, and until next time, keep savoring every sip.